For this skills evolution, students shall demonstrate proficiency in forcing entry through an outward swinging door using conventional tools and techniques. The evolution shall begin by sizing up the door for construction and swing, and shall be considered complete when the door is fully open. This shall be a single firefighter event. However, a second student shall be used to strike or drive the tool when instructed. Critical failures shall result in immediate termination of the evolution, including failure to wear full PPE and SCBA when benchmarking, failure to check the door for heat prior to forcing the door, failure to try before you pry, failure to control the door when opening, and failure to complete the task steps in sequence. You will now see the evolution in real time.
Stop. Hit. Stop. Right.
A set of irons composed of a flathead axe and a Halligan tool function as a unit. You will hear in the video bevel side to the jamb and bevel side to the door. We have highlighted which side is the bevel in red and concave in green. We use the crotch of the forks as a gauge to see how deep we need to drive the Halligan around the jamb/door. We also discussed the advantages of using all the surface area of the adze, from the 2-inch side tapered to the 1.5-inch side. When we push or pull with the forks in an up and down motion, we create a 15-to-1 mechanical advantage. When we push or pull with the forks in a side-to-side motion, we only capture a 5-to-1 mechanical advantage. Proper body mechanics and hand placement with the tools is critical but often overlooked. Injuries will occur if proper technique is not performed on the fireground. The striker with the axe will keep their hand 6 inches away from the head of the axe to prevent knuckles striking the Halligan. The firefighter on the Halligan will use an underhand grip closest to the end that is being struck. This underhand grip naturally tucks in the elbow and keeps the body in line. With the overhand grip, the elbow tends to bow out and has a greater chance of being struck accidentally. The striker with the axe will listen and pay close attention to the commands given and strike at the proper location of the Halligan shown here.
Hit! Hit! Drive! Stop! Wedge!
The firefighters will work 6 inches above or below the locking mechanism shown here. The firefighter will begin by sizing up the door on their approach by checking for the right address and right door, the direction of the swing inward or outward, the type of door, door frame, and building, and identify the locking mechanisms. The firefighter will check interior conditions by feeling the door for heat using a Z pattern with the glove peeled back to expose the wristlet of their turnout coat. They will also look for smoke. They will drive the adze of the Halligan in between the door and the jamb to the stop and gap the door. This placement shall be 6 inches above or below the locking mechanism. To gap the door, we will push or pull up and down on the forks and crush the door to make our gap bigger, making sure we do not skin the door. We will show what skinning the door means in this next segment. If the adze is not flush to the doorstop, when we crush the door, we will separate the seam of the door and simply start peeling the front of the door away without capturing the inside of the door with the adze. Our goal is to capture the inside of the door by making sure the adze is all the way to the doorstop. The firefighter will drive the Halligan and simultaneously steer the adze between the door and the door jamb until the adze can capture the inside of the door. The firefighter will pull slightly on the Halligan while the other firefighter continues to drive with the flathead axe. Force the door by pulling the Halligan away from the door. Notice the firefighter's hand placement to maximize the mechanical advantage. Control the door if successful. If the door does not fail, use the adze as a fulcrum. Push down, away from the pike, on the forks to increase the spread. If the door does not fail, position the pike and adze behind the door and force the door by pushing the Halligan away from the door. You can increase the spread by using the whole length of the adze, shown here. Always remember door control when forcing entry, to control the flow path.